Welcome back to another trade recap. Today I took one trade on NASDAQ. I took a short right at market open. I made around $400 from this trade. De-risked a little bit from this trade as well just because it was so early on in market open. So I didn't have my full position size on, but I kind of want to just run you through what I was thinking throughout this trade and what I wanted to see. So basically, on the higher time frame, we actually had CPI news at 6:30. So, but on the higher time frame, we're extremely bullish. We're at all-time highs, right? We're building price action, and we're at all-time highs. So I'm really not looking to take a long at all, just because there's nothing to target, right? So I'm really just looking to take a short. But I want to make sure, and I want to be patient for price to show me that we are bearish, right? And coming into market open, we had these data highs and these data lows that we had. So we had these data highs from CPI and we had these data lows. I wanted to see data lows be the draw on liquidity, which is actually right here. But I wanted to see data lows be the draw on liquidity, but I wanted to wait for price to show me that it was. So we had this bearish S&T with data lows, or data highs, sorry, and we had data lows resting below us, and we also had Asia lows all the way down here resting below us. Where are they at? We had Asia lows resting below us, and then we also had midnight open below us. So at this point, we're way above midnight open. So I want to see price be bearish, but I want price to show me first that it wants to go lower, right? So at market open, we come up, we have our internal manipulation, we have our turtle soup right here, okay? And we also put in an internal SMT, okay? ES never comes up and has our internal manipulation. We never take this high, as well as our SMT with data highs stays intact. Now, we're holding this one. We're holding this 1 minute fair value gap as well. And we have an inverse fair value gap that we're also holding, okay? I mark out this change and I say to myself in this moment, okay, if we get below this change, I'm taking a short towards data lows. We get below the change, I enter short, stop at that SMT protected high, and I target data lows. And not too much later, price hits TP. Really quick scalp, nothing crazy, right? I'm just targeting what I'm confident in. I'm not targeting Asia, right? I'm just targeting what I'm confident in, data lows. And possibly if you wanted to, you could have left a runner to this internal low. I didn't think to. I just wanted to target data lows, what I'm confident in, right? This trade hit 10 minutes into market open. I was in and I was out. I was done really quick today. And that's just all what it's about. Taking trades that you're confident in, not trying to target, a draw that's so unrealistic. That was my trade today. There was also another beautiful setup that I want to kind of just run over. I did not take this, but it was a nice trade. It was actually on ES. So on ES, so we're right above here. We still had this SMT intact, right? We had our internal manipulation right here on ES. And this is on the 15-minute, keep in mind. And you could have taken, we have a 15-minute change in state right here. And if you scale down to the 1 minute, first, if you scale down to the 5 minute, we have this 5 minute fair value gap, okay? And you could have taken a short off this tap into this 1 minute fair value gap, this 1 minute bearish fair value gap, hold of it, and the change in the state to the downside. You could have taken a short right here off the break of the change in the state. Very tight risk, beautiful risk actually, and you could have targeted Asia low. Actually, let me go here. You could have targeted Asia low. Actually, I think Asia low was all the way down here. Let me see. Yeah, Asia low was all the way down here. So beautiful risk right here. I ended up not taking this because I was just done and I didn't want to put on more risk. But it ended up playing out beautifully. What is that? A 1 to 5 RR. So that was another trade that you could have taken. But I just took that short in the morning. Very happy with it. I was in and I was out. I didn't want any more from the markets. And that's the key. Trying not to take everything you can from the markets. Take what you can, take what you're confident in, and move on from it. And that's what I did today. So I'm up around $400, up around like $700 in the week. So we'll see how the rest of the 3 days go. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And yeah, we'll see. That was my trade today. Looking forward to the rest of this week. We're still at all-time highs, so we still have to be kind of cautious and careful, right? Because these markets can be foreign, right? So yeah, we'll have to see. So if you guys enjoyed this trade recap, and I will catch you guys in the next one.